I've been creating Minecraft content for nearly 5 years now, and in that time I've built up close to 300,000 views and 8,000 subscribers across my 2 channels. In this video I'm gonna share everything I've learned about YouTube, from giving you a custom mod pack filled with helpful tools, to showing you how to record and live stream Minecraft, so that by the end you'll know exactly how to start your own Minecraft YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's jump right in. I'm gonna show you how to turn Minecraft from this to this. All you need for this tutorial is my pack on Modrinth, which contains every single mod, texture pack, and shader pack I use in my Minecraft instance. You can find it in the description and it is free. And also, I did not make these files, I just combined them into one pack, which is easy to install. So all you need to do is go press download, and then you should get this. And then open up your launcher. I'm gonna use Prism Launcher for this tutorial, but I'm pretty sure this works on other launchers as well. So go over to add instance, then import, browse, find your file, then open it. Then press OK, and because I already have this instance installed, it's gonna show me this message, but it won't be there for you. So I'm gonna press create new instance, and boom, now you have it right here. But there's a situation where you don't want to make a completely different instance, and you just want to put these files in your already existing instance, and that's easy to do as well. So just go over here to folder.minecraft, and then you have all of these files right here, which you can copy and then put in your own instance. So that was the installation process. Now I'm gonna launch the game and showcase you the mod pack a bit. Okay, so we're in the game, and now you can see how beautiful this game just looks. There are some mods in here that I don't use to the fullest extent. By that I mean Sarah's minimap, which I don't use for the minimap, but I only use for the waypoints. First person, which is a more accurate representation of a first person. So by just pressing a key I set to in my options, I can go from this to this, and then I have a way better first person. I can showcase this with a sword. You can see how it's actually first person. But I don't use this all the time, so I just have it set to a key, which I can toggle on and off. There's a lot of stuff in here that I tweaked to my liking, but you can mess with these settings as much as you want to and see whatever you like. For example, I made my character blink. Just give it a second. Yeah, if you also want to do this for your skin, I'm gonna leave a tutorial in the pinned comment. Also, regarding the shader packs, I only use 2 of these, which are the Complementary Reimagined and the Silder's Basic Shaders. This is a bit heavy, so I don't use it always, but it looks beautiful. But then I always use Silder's Basic Shaders. But the thing is, this shader is the only thing in my mod pack that Modrinth wouldn't let me put in the mod pack, so I'm just gonna link it separately and put it in the link comment. But yeah, have fun. Now you have an elevated Minecraft experience. I'm gonna be going through everything you need to know in order to start recording or live streaming Minecraft. All you need for this tutorial is OBS Studio and the Stream Elements website. Okay, so now that we are in OBS, I want to explain a couple tabs. So first of all, we have Profile, and basically what this does is that it allows you to have multiple different profiles, with each having completely different settings. For example, I have my main YouTube channel, my second YouTube channel, and my Twitch account. And so now if I go into the settings tab and go to stream, for example, I can see that I have my main channel linked over here. But if I go to Twitch, for example, and go to settings again, then stream, we can see I have my Twitch over here. Next, we have scene collections. And basically what this tab does, it allows you to have multiple scenes with different settings completely. So again, we can see I have my recording scene, my main channel streaming scene, my second channel streaming scene, and my Twitch channel streaming scene. We can see if I go, for example, to the main streaming scene, this at the bottom changes, and now we can see I have all my Be Right Back and other stuff. But obviously I don't need these sources for recording, so I have a separate recording scene collection, which allows me to have only the sources I want for recording only. So next up, I'm gonna explain what scenes actually are. So basically, scenes are a collection of different sources. For example, I have my main scene right here with my alerts, my camera, my chat, and my tip goal. And then I have my Be Right Back scene, which only has my Be Right Back screen, my alerts, and my chat. And last but not least, we have sources. There are multiple of different sources. For example, an image or a video capture device, which is a webcam usually, or text, and a lot more. You can add sources from the plus icon and delete them with a trash bin. And this goes for scenes as well. So what scenes and sources do I have? I'm gonna show you every single one that I use. So first off, we have the screen, which is actually just the display capture, and that's just basically what you're seeing. And then I just have my webcam and a background for that webcam, which gives it a little bit of shadow. And then I have another scene with just my webcam, as you can see right here. And that's it for recording. So now that you have your scenes and sources ready, you're gonna need the best settings for you. Unfortunately, my PC and your PC is gonna be way different, so obviously not all of my settings will work with your PC. So I'm just gonna show you what the best settings for OBS for me are. So let's go over here to settings. Here are the general settings. Here are the appearance settings. Here are the stream settings for my main account, because I'm on my main profile, as you can see. Here are my streaming settings for my main YouTube account. Please note that YouTube streaming and Twitch streaming are very different, so stay tuned if you want to see my Twitch settings. But for now, here are my recording settings. my audio settings, and my replay buffer settings. Then here are my general audio settings, my general video settings, my hotkeys, my accessibility settings, and last but not least, my advanced settings. Now let's check out my streaming scene collection. These three are basically the same, but they just have different alerts. So I'm just gonna be going only through this one. So here, of course, I have my screen again, my background for my chat, camera, and tip goal, which I all have in a folder, so I can easily move them wherever I want to. Also, for example, if you moved something and you wanted to put it back, all you have to do to undo is press Ctrl Z. And then I have my alerts. And this is all just for my main scene. Then I have my be right back scene, my stream starting soon scene, my stream ending soon scene, and my webcam scene, which again, I have my full webcam on. And also, when I want to start streaming on YouTube, I go over here to manage broadcast, go over to select existing broadcast, press open YouTube studio, then press create, go live, edit all my settings in here, then go back to OBS, close this, press manage broadcast again, go over to select existing broadcast again, then press it and then select broadcast, and then I just click start streaming. Alright, so now let me show you my Twitch streaming settings. So let me go over here to profile and switch to my Twitch profile, and go to my settings, output, and here are my streaming settings for Twitch. And last but not least, here are the settings on my mic. So go over here to audio mixer, press the three dots, filters, and then here are my settings. And also here are my general audio mixer settings. Alright, so now we're done with OBS. Let's go to the Stream Elements website. Make sure to sign up. Then once you're logged in, just press dashboard, press streaming tools and overlays. To make a new overlay, all you have to do is press new overlay, press start, press add widget, and choose whatever you want. What I have for my own streams are alerts. And also here in stream tools, my stream chat, which I have two of, and they are the normal chat and the full screen chat. And also have my tip goal, which is found in labels, tips, goals, and tip goal. Again, on here you can have multiple profiles, which I do. I have one for my main channel, my second channel, and my Twitch channel. But all of them basically are the same, so I'm only going to be showing you my settings on these four on my main channel. So let's start with my alerts. And here in the settings, all of these I've basically set up the same, so I'm only going to be showing you my tip alert. Here's the position, here are the general settings, the variation settings, the text to speech settings, the test settings, the advanced text settings, and the animation settings. Next we have my tip goal, which obviously is optional, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Here are the general settings, the position settings, the text settings, and the advanced text settings. Next up is my chat, which I have set up to go right here in this box, along with my tip goal and my camera. Here's the general settings, here's the position settings, here are the text settings, and last but not least I have my full chat, which I use for my webcam scene. Here are the general settings, here are the position settings, and here are the text settings. And also, if you want to make a cool tipping page like me, you can do it here in revenue and then tipping settings. Here are the tipping settings for my main YouTube channel, the payment providers, the page settings, the design, the tip panel setup, the tip moderation. I'm going to be showing you how to make quick, simple, and smooth keyframes for Minecraft videos in CapCut PC. So obviously, all you need for this tutorial is to have some sort of footage in CapCut PC. So go ahead and create a project, then drag your footage in, and put it in the timeline, and now we can start keyframing. Alright, so first of all, what I usually do is go here, and then go to track height, and then click tall, and that just makes the whole thing way bigger, and you can see the keyframes were clearer. Then for example, if you want to zoom in on the head, all you have to do is just go here, go like 30 seconds in, or however long you want to, then put another keyframe. And now let's just say put the scale to 150. Now it is zoomed in, but obviously this zoom looks super bad, and that's because it's not yet a smooth zoom but a linear one. So what you have to do to make it smooth is go over here, right click, then go show variable speed animation, and now you have multiple variables. For example, we only changed scale, so I'm only going to be changing this one. So double click, and now you can do two things. You can click on one of these keyframes, then go click on here and choose a preset. For example, I choose quad ease, and now you can see it's already way smoother. Or you can make it yourself. If you want to make it yourself, all you have to do is click one keyframe and then go over here, and then you can just fiddle with this. For example, if I put it all the way here, it's gonna be a really fast zoom at the start, and then it's gonna slow down at the end, as you can see. But for example, if I put it right here, it's gonna be slow at the start and then fast at the end. What if, for example, you want to change the scale and the position at the same time? Then go to your keyframe and then just move it wherever you want to. Or just move it a bit upward, and let's say a bit to the left as well. So now we change both the X and the Y axis. And for example, if you only change the scale and then go here to preset curves and then put quad ease, it's going to be only smooth for the scale, but not for the X and Y. So really all you have to do is go to X, then do the same thing as with the scale, quad ease, and then go to Y as well, click one of these and get quad ease again. And now it's smooth on all fronts. The last one is rotate. If for example you want your footage to rotate, all you have to do is go here and just do a 180. But right now, of course, it's just linear and looks really bad. What you can do, of course, is either make it your own, or I suggest just making a preset. And now
boom, it's really smooth. I wanted to make this video because I saw a lot of beginners making the same mistake, and that is making their transitions really choppy and not smooth at all. And for those that use CapCut, this is how to easily fix that.
A few years back, Minecraft videos were a lot simpler. You'd watch a group of friends play the game, something funny would happen, they'd laugh, you'd laugh, and that was basically the whole video. But times have changed. The era of best moments and montages has largely been replaced by storytelling and creative challenges. In this video, I will guide you through the essential steps to create a standout Minecraft video, giving you the best chance to make it go viral. But before we dive into recording, let's start with the first step, planning. Ask yourself one crucial question. Why are you making this video? What's your purpose? Think of this as standing at a crossroads. Down one path lies the classic style of gaming videos. Just hanging out with friends, playing casually, and editing the video into a montage. It's easy and fun, but unless you're already a big name like Tommy in it, these videos might not attract much attention. The other path, less worn but more rewarding, leads to story-driven content. These videos are often challenge-based or explore unique aspects of the game. They require more effort, a heavy use of voiceover, and most importantly, a compelling narrative to keep viewers hooked. This is the modern approach to Minecraft content, and it's the path that we're exploring today. So let's take a closer look. When planning your video, there's a lot of room for creativity. Maybe you're attempting a speedrun, surviving 100 days in hardcore mode, or testing a quirky game mechanic. Write down your ideas in a Google Doc, watch other videos for inspiration, and choose an idea that excites you. Once you have a concept, focus on these 3 critical questions. What will happen in the video? Why should people care? And how will it unfold in a way that keeps the viewer engaged? Having clear answers to these questions will make the next step, gameplay, much smoother. Now that you've got your idea, it's time to record. Use reliable software to capture your gameplay. Personally, I recommend OBS Studio. It's free, versatile, and keeps file sizes manageable. Once you've recorded your session with a video concept in mind, import the footage into your editing software to start crafting your story. Anyways, let's go over to step 3. Editing. For this, I use CapCut Desktop. It's very simple and beginner friendly. But personally, I recommend DaVinci Resolve because it's way more powerful and, like OBS, completely free. Now, if you are creating an old school montage, all you need to do is trim your clips and string together the best moments. But for a modern Minecraft video, voiceovers are key. Before recording your voiceover, plan out what you're going to say. Your goal is to clearly and concisely guide viewers through your story. Start by highlighting the most exciting or important moments from your footage, then write a script that connects those moments into a cohesive narrative. Avoid using voiceovers to pad out boring sections. It won't make them more interesting. Instead, focus on pacing and momentum to keep your viewers engaged. This process will take time, and you'll likely have to cut a lot of footage. But in the end, you'll have a video that's smooth, engaging, and ready for the next step, the introduction. Your intro is arguably the most important part of your video. It needs to quickly tell viewers what the video is about, why it's worth watching, and how the story will unfold. Imagine someone scrolling through YouTube, bored, and looking for something to watch. Your intro has to grab their attention and make them think, "This looks interesting, I'm sticking around." To achieve this, use eye-catching effects, smooth animations, and polished motion graphics. Your goal is to make viewers feel like they're watching something high quality from the very start. A strong intro sets the tone for the entire video and ensures your audience is interested in the story. Once your intro is ready, it's time for step 5, enhancing your gameplay footage. Here is where you can use editing techniques to make your viewers engage. For example, add zoom-ins to emphasize your key moments. Smooth transitions are the best, and you can achieve these using keyframes. You can use subtitles to highlight funny dialogue or clarify moments that aren't clear. Get creative with animations to make them stand out. You can incorporate transitions to maintain flow, but don't overdo it. Too many can be distracting. You should choose music carefully. It sets the tone and the pace of your video. Minecraft's soundtrack is a safe bet because it's copyright free. And last but not least, sound effects are just as crucial. They add polish to transitions and animations, but keep them subtle to avoid overwhelming your audience. And one last tip, don't be afraid to let your personality shine through. Not every pause or moment of silence has to be cut. Authenticity is what makes your content unique and relatable. Step 6 is about reviewing your work. Once you've finished editing, take a breath before watching your video again with fresh eyes. Pretend you're a viewer seeing it for the first time. Does the intro grab your attention? Does the story make sense? Are you entertained from start to finish? Use this feedback to make final adjustments. Finally, we reach step 7, uploading your video. Craft a compelling title and create an eye-catching thumbnail to make people want to click. And once everything is ready, hit upload, and your Minecraft video is complete.
I've always wondered how much money Minecraft YouTubers make, and now that I'm one myself, I'm gonna show you and explain everything from sponsors to AdSense and more. So here's my YouTube Studio page. First thing you need to know is that there are 2 levels of monetization. For the first one, you only need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, and with that you'll unlock memberships and supers. And then there's level 2, which you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and that gets you watch page ads and short feed ads. I got monetized for the first tier on December 31st, 2020. 2024. So I opened my memberships and also turned on my supers. And then on January 12th, I reached tier 2 of monetization. So here are my analytics from when I reached tier 1 of monetization until now. So here we can see we have 67.5k views and 2.8k watch hours. These are the only metrics that really matter. A common misconception is that subscribers and likes matter to monetization, and that's completely false. So we want to focus on these ones. So in that time frame, I posted 3 videos and 1 live stream. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for, my estimated revenue is $56.21. But keep in mind, everything before January 12th did not make money off of any ads shown on my videos. So in the first day, I got $2.45, and this is because of my 2 members. Then here, 1 week later, we have $1.47, and this came through a super chat on this video that I posted. But now let's sort for when I reached tier 2 of monetization. Boom, so in the past 28 days, I got $52.28. In this time frame, I only posted 2 videos and 1 live stream. So we started off strong with $2.65 based on this video that I posted in that day. Then we went to about $1 a day till I posted this video, and then I got a spike here with $2.93, and the next day $3.70, and then it gradually came down to when I did this live stream. I got 3 super chats in this live stream, so that's why I got $5.89 on this day. Then I went back to like $1 a day. Then I got this spike, which I think is because I got another member on that day, and then back to like $1 and a bit every single day. Also, this is showing data as of February 7th because the YouTube revenue analytics are about like 2 days delayed. It's February 9 as I'm filming this video. But now let's get into some more details. So before we go over to the revenue tab, let's go to the audience tab. And here we can see a lot of metrics that contribute to your revenue. First of all, we have the top geographies. My top countries are United States, India, United Kingdom, Germany, and Canada. All of them have pretty high CPMs except for one country, India, which is a big part of my audience. Unfortunately, people over there don't have as much buying power as, for example, someone from United States. So that by result lowers my revenue quite a bit. Then we have the age and gender of my audience. Usually older people have more money to spend on the ads that are shown on your videos. Most of my audience is between 18 and 44 years old, so that's pretty good. So now let's go over to the revenue tab. First of all is how much I've earned in the last 6 months. We can see that in December I had the memberships. In January I started getting paid based on the ads shown on my videos. And well, same with February, which is still ongoing. And then we have how I make my money. Most of it obviously is from watch page ads. Then we have memberships and supers and gifts. I've never posted a short, so I don't know why it says $0.001 from that. I think it's just a bug. We can also sort this to videos or live. And then we have my content performance, which means what content made the most money on my channel. Obviously, my most viewed video with about 62,000 views right now got me the most money, but also it's mostly because the video is about 40 minutes long. That's because YouTube prefers high AVD, which means average view duration. And that means not only views matter, but rather how long the viewer watches your video. So mostly what you're looking for is high watch time and high AVD. And here we also have my content performance for live streams. But you're probably wondering, what's this? What's the RPM? RPM stands for revenue per mil, and that translates to revenue for every 1,000 views. My RPM is around $1. Keep in mind that this is not stable, it fluctuates from time to time, and it also depends on the video. We can see that my highest RPM video is actually the how to edit Minecraft videos tutorial. And in second place, we have how to make Minecraft thumbnails and how to become a Minecraft YouTuber. So yeah, as you can see, most of my money is actually just from this video, which I'm really grateful for. Thanks to everyone who watched it. So a recap, from supers and gifts, I got almost $3 from 3 purchases. From memberships, I also got about $3 for 3 members. From short fees ads, nothing because I don't make shorts. And from watch page ads, the most amount of money, which is $47. Unfortunately, not every view counts towards my revenue, and that's because a lot of you use ad blocker, and that obviously does not show you the ad, and in turn does not give me any money. But for those of you that don't, here's what I got from that. And also here's what I got for YouTube Premium users. Here we have my earnings by ad type, and most of my revenue coming from skippable video ads. And as you can see, YouTube ad revenue is $80, but obviously it can't all just come to me. YouTube has to take their cut as well. And that brings us to my CPM, which is around $4. This depends heavily by your niche, and like I said before, audience demographics. Unfortunately, the gaming niche is one of the lowest CPMs on the whole platform. So relative to some other niches like finance, my CPM is way lower than theirs, but it is what it is. So let me explain the difference between CPM and RPM. CPM is how much advertisers pay for 1,000 views, but like I said before, not every view counts, and also YouTube has to take like a 45% cut, and in the end, basically I get left with like $1 and a bit RPM, which is how much I actually get per 1,000 views. So definitely a lot lower than the $4 CPM. Hopefully that cleared any confusion. And also one thing that I forgot to point out is that most of my videos aren't over 8 minutes long. Actually, only 3 of them are. These 2 and this one right here. And that means on all my other videos, YouTube doesn't let me decide where I want to put my ads. So let's have this video as an example. Because it is longer than 8 minutes, I can put however many ads I want on this video. So you can see I put a mid-roll here, 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 and here. But on my latest video that's not over 8 minutes, I can't put mid-roll ads into it, so obviously I get way less money. Anyways, that's my YouTube AdSense, but that's not my only revenue stream. I also, like I said, get sponsors. Now, obviously, every brand pays a different amount, and they have different requirements, and also I'm not allowed to tell you exactly how much I made from sponsors, but for what sponsors I've got so far, I can tell you a ballpark number. Usually for like Discord servers and stuff like that, I take about $15 for like a 30-second segment in a video, and for an actual brand, like a product, I get around $100. So in conclusion, basically in the last month, I got about $170, which is obviously super great, and I'm super thankful. But I'm curious to see your opinion. Did you think I make more money or less money? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so a couple days ago, I told my Discord server to send their Minecraft videos so I can rate them. If you also want to be part of an event like this in the future, be sure to join my Discord server. The link is in the description along with all the videos I'm rating today. And obviously, no hate to any of these creators. This is all just for educational purposes. So let's get started. Alright, let's start with the first video, which is I Began Civilization in Minecraft by Sora. Let's see what it's about.
I joined a Minecraft server with my friends to build our own civilization. We have two goals for this series: to become the strongest on the server and the wealthiest. I hope you enjoy the video.
Oh, let's go! Oh my god, bye.
Yeah, so that was an okay intro. The editing was minimal, but I think that's just your style. So you could have pasted it a little bit better because it was kind of slow, and some people might have clicked off by then, but it was okay.
Okay, we could drop Kettle Orton if we want to.
I got 21 steak and 32 diamonds.
All right, so what's after the intro is just unedited. I don't know what's happening, and there's like no voiceover or anything. It just seems like really bare bones. So I don't know what people will like watch this, because I don't know, it seems to me kind of like boring, you know. But you know what, your mic is pretty clean and the recording looks pretty good. It's like high quality, so I'm just gonna give this video like a 6 out of 10. Next video is Will I Become the Mayor of This Minecraft Server by Ottawa. Let's see what's about.
We have an issue on the server, a political crisis. There isn't leadership amongst the keepers.
Alright, so I like that intro. It has like personality to it. I find that your mic is pretty quiet, and I suggest you just like bring your mouth closer to the mic so you can hear more of the bass. But that was a pretty good intro. It got me engaged. So yeah, I like that.
The whole idea for me is to ensure someone can help manage a central area spot.
The audio is like a really big part of the video, so these cinematics are really cool, and the editing and stuff, but the mic is just really quiet. You can barely hear it, so I would click off by now just because of that, you know. So you have to fix that, but the editing is pretty good. The replay shots have like creativity to them. I like them. So after I watched a little bit of this, I think the pacing could be a little bit better, like faster, because it's still a bit like slow. But besides that, it's a pretty good video. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Next video is I Survived 100 Days in a 100 by 100 block Minecraft world by Cheesy Pants. Let's see what it's about.
You played Minecraft, but instead of playing it normally, you're confined to a 100 by 100 block square. Okay, so on day one, I just collected some wood, like always.
Alright, so I saw the intro. It was pretty okay, but the thing is, like, it had no music, so I don't know why. You just put music in your intro. It's way more engaging. It's pretty, like, basic, but I think it does the job well. You have the face cam right here. I suggest you put, like, a stroke or some sort of shadow on your text. But this video seems to be doing pretty good, like 1.3k views. I mean, yeah, it seems kind of, like, high quality. The mic is pretty okay. Kind of sounds like a headphone mic, but at least it's pretty clear. And the voiceover sounds pretty good. There's like a little like some refinements you can do, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10 again. Next video is how different skills do these things in Bedwars by Beastmaster. Let's see what it's about. Alright, so first of all, the aspect ratio is really weird. The recording is like blurry. The text has like no stroke to it or whatever. So this seems like already really low quality, and there's like no intro as well to it. This video seems like an okay concept, but just the execution is not really that great. You have to work on the recording and editing. Yeah, I'm gonna give this like a 4 out of 10. Next video is I Will Edit Minecraft Videos For You by Xeno. Let's see what it's about.
Hey, what's up? My name's Dino. I'm looking to edit videos, and I want to show you why I think I'm a good fit to edit for you. I'm experienced, and I've been editing for a while now, and I've picked up a lot of knowledge along the way. I edit on Premiere Pro, and I specialise in the Minecraft niche. Whether your video be an SMP video, documentary video, or even hardcore video, I've got your back. So start a conversation with me to discuss and get started now.
yeah, this is really solid. You probably edit better than me. I have no complaints. It's like a 9 out of 10. Solid editing, solid mic, solid everything. Next video is Minecraft, but every jump multiplies by Machine of J. Let's see what's about.
This is a block in Minecraft, and it's my worst nightmare. Let me explain. In order to get over this block, I have to jump, but whenever I jump, it multiplies my height. So if I jump 5 times, the next jump will launch me 10 blocks high, and the cycle continues. Can I beat Minecraft without constantly launching myself into the sky? Stick to the end of the video to find out. Enjoy.
Alright, so I like that intro. The text was a bit like blurry. I don't know if that's like intentional or something, but it got me pretty hooked. It was short and sweet. Yeah, good intro.
Nice. Please have something good. Please.
Alright, so yeah, you seem to know like what you're doing. Your editing is pretty good. Your mic is pretty good. I see no problem with this. I think it's solid. I'm gonna give it also like a 7.5 out of 10. Next video is I Arrested the Worst Minecraft Players by Lil Gatis.
I am the owner of a server.
Alright, I like that. There's like black bars over here, so maybe you have to fix that, but this is a cool intro.
Said server is in Minecraft, as some of you might have noticed when looking at my channel. But see, there is something about servers.
Alright, so you know what you're doing. You have like 1.5k subscribers. You have good editing, really like cool personality. I'm gonna subscribe, and I'm also gonna comment because I want to see what you do next. Yeah, really solid, man. I'm gonna give you this like a 9 out of 10. Next video is Proc Has Returned by Proc, obviously.
What the? Why am I here? I guess some stuff never changes. That doesn't work.
All right, the sound effects are really loud, and also your mic is pretty like bad. But I like the style. The animations are cool. Just the sound effects they can use a little bit of work. Alright, that was a cool video. I really like the animations. They show like personality, which is really important in videos, and they're like really cool. Like I don't see many people doing these animations, so I'm gonna give this like an 8 out of 10. Next video is I Joined the Most Unhinged Minecraft Server, Simplecraft by Wolves. Let's see what it is about.
Recently, I got invited to Simplecraft. I hope you guys enjoy. Guys, watch this. 360 no. In your inventory. Yes. Yes.
Here's my raw copper for you.
Okay.
Alright, so this seems kind of like a funny moments video, which is like a little bit all over the place. The subtitles are pretty okay, but I suggest you find like a different font rather than Doses Bold, which is Tommy's. I suggest you just find like your own style, because this seems like pretty inspired, which is not a bad thing, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna watch a little bit more so I can judge. Right, so this video has like no voiceover, which usually SMP videos have voiceover to like help narrate the story, but this is just like kind of like Tommy style. This literally seems like a off-brand Tommy video, so I suggest you just find your own style. The editing is like solid and stuff, but I don't know, I just don't find really the idea of the video that like engaging, and I would probably not watch the whole video, but it was not bad, so I'm just gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. Next video is Can You Survive with One Heart in Minecraft by Scream YT.
Imagine joining a server, looking around and jumping closely and die. But we all know we can't die from free blocks unless...
Alright, so the intro, your mic is really like quiet, and also like the music just starts like way like later. So yeah, you have to work on pacing also, because it was like really slow kind of.
Survive with only one heart. And for starters, I needed some basic stuff.
Alright, so yeah, the editing is quite fine. I like the voiceover, like the recording quality and everything. It's like solid. The editing is solid. It's just like kind of a bit basic, but it's really not like that bad, to be honest. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Next video is Dance with Death by Mr. NECA. Shaders would have made this scene so much better. Right, so I don't like the fact that you can see like the tab and stuff. I suggest you have your Minecraft in full screen, especially for videos. Also, when keying out, you can see the green over here, which like kind of really looks like unprofessional. You have to work on your keying. Also, this is like really low quality, so I don't know what happened here. All right, that was like a cool little edit. I'm gonna give it like a 5.5 out of 10. All right, next video is I added physics to Minecraft by NoFool. Let's see what it's about.
Minecraft physics. Yeah, they are not the best.
But what if we added in real life physics into Minecraft? That is exactly what I did in today's video. So subscribe and let's just get straight into the video.
Alright, so you know what you're doing. The editing is good, the subtitles are good. They're kind of ripping off not Nico's subtitles, but like a lot of people do that, so I guess that's like a pass. Yeah, solid intro.
Grab an oak sapling, then grab some bone meal, and then plant a tree. Now look at this. This is a little weird, but very cool at the same time.
Alright, so that video was like pretty okay, like edited and all of that. Like that was pretty good, but it just seemed like the point of the video was like it was kind of like a nothing burger. Like it has like pretty packaging and stuff, but like the video content itself isn't really like that valuable or like really that interesting, to be honest. Just messed with some Minecraft blocks and physics and stuff, like which is like pretty interesting, but like I'm not gonna give this like a 9 but like an 8 because you seem to know what you're doing like with editing and stuff. Just like a tip for everybody is like don't let editing carry you. Make sure you have a good video idea that's like interesting before, and then after have good editing, because a good idea will always beat good editing. Right, next video is Minecraft Bedrock Pillars is Crazy by Frostlid.
Gathered 3 of my friends, put us on bedrock pillars, and made it so we get random items every 10 seconds. Will I win 2-0 360 no scope, or will I become a freaking potato?
Alright, that was an editing mistake. Yeah, you cut really fast, but the intro was pretty good. Solid editing.
1, 3, 2, 1, and then we all record. Yeah.
Yeah, the subtitles are really like way too big. I suggest you just make them like smaller. All right, so the video is like okay edited, but the thing is like it's kind of obnoxious, like a lot of screaming and stuff, so it's just like really in your face. So I suggest you like turn it a little bit down. Yeah, it's pretty okay. I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. Next video is I played on my first SMP Midnight SMB by Max12. Let's see what it's about.
Last few weeks ago, I applied to
Again, the chroma key is pretty bad, and the character is like really like low quality for some reason. And also like this whole video is, to be honest. The text also has like no stroke or anything. It's just like placed in there. And also like subtitles should be a little bit bigger, and also not as many words, because this is too many words for one like subtitle line. Also, it's like kind of too fast. The pacing is too fast. You have to slow down a bit. Also, your like mic is pretty quiet. So yeah, you have a little bit to work on, like just overall quality of the video. Like just look at this, it's like really blurry and stuff, but you definitely have potential. Like there's like pretty good editing in here, and yeah, I suggest you just keep making videos, because this was not bad whatsoever. But yeah, practice makes perfect. I'm gonna give this like a 5 out of 10. All right, so first off, we have tier 3 Nethbot montage. It is made for Yul Verne by Strength. To be honest, it's pretty good, but I find that it is a little bit too much, and also the tier behind your head is barely visible. Like you cannot read this as tier 3. It looks like TR3. So overall, I would maybe declutter this a little bit and also make the tier look a little bit more readable. Next up is Bedrooks but a Wheel Deciders Who Are Target by Draxox. To be honest, this is pretty good. All I would work on is composition, since there's a little bit of dead space over here, and also the assets are a little bit low quality. And also I would bump up the brightness a little bit, since I think the color correction is a little bit dull right now. But overall, I like the idea and it's executed pretty well. Next up is Why I Placed 10,000 Cakes by XenoMC. So I like the composition of this thumbnail. You can clearly see the 10,000, the cakes, and the player, but I just think the color correction is a little bit dull in this one as well. And also I kind of don't like the text. I would try maybe like a different effect, or maybe even a different font. Also, what I noticed is that when you cut out your player, you left this line right here, which just looks distracting, and you can literally delete it so easily. And also I would have taken this screenshot with shaders and also in 4K with the Fabric Shot mod, but overall this is pretty solid. Next up, we have tier 3 Nethbot montage by actually Olvern. And off the bat, I already like this one more than the other one. You can more clearly see the tier. It's decluttered. This is literally just a better version of the first one. I don't think I have any complaints here. Next up, we have Ranking Every Minecraft Server by L. To be honest, this is pretty simple. I love the composition. I would maybe just add like a shadow to everything, but to be honest, this is not bad like it is right now either. The next thumbnail is Can I Defeat Minecraft's Most Powerful Monster? Witherstorm. To be honest, I also think this thumbnail would have been better if the screenshot was taken with shaders, but I like the composition with the player standing on the left and the Witherstorm on the right. It's not really that cluttered, so this is a really solid thumbnail. Next up, we have Biggest Bedwars Tournament and Fake Pixel by Rishi Plays. Right off the bat, this is just way too many elements. A thumbnail should be only like 2 or 3 elements at most, and this is just literally too much. And also the cutouts of the players are a little bit weird. As you can see right here, there's like little lines you missed. So I suggest when you cut out a player, you should go a little bit inside so you don't also get a little bit of the background. Also, you already have Bedwars Tournament in the title, so I don't know why you also have to have it in the thumbnail as text as well. So I would just remove this text altogether. Right, next thumbnail is How Jake J Got Exposed by NECA. Alright, so the screenshot of the skin is very low quality, and there's just too much what's going on, I suggest you just blur the background, because right now if you look at it from afar, you can barely tell what's going on. Also, the text behind his head, it says the truth, I think, but also it's really hard to see because the head is blocking it. And also, you already have exposed in the title, so there's no point in having it on the thumbnail as well. Next up, we have My Quest for God Items by O. First of all, I kind of don't like these speeding lines. I just feel like they're a little bit outdated, but the thumbnail itself is pretty good. I don't see what the point of this bit right here is. I would just remove him, but I like that the item is literally in the middle and the composition is pretty good. I would maybe just make this a little bit bigger or just zoom in the whole thumbnail a little bit, but overall this is pretty good. Next up, we have 100 stars I picked for Bedwars montage. So this border back in the day was really popular with Bedwars videos, but again, I just feel like it's a little bit outdated. I kind of don't like the composition either, or the blur in the background, and this text is kind of just ugly. I would not put montage in the thumbnail and also in the title. I would just keep the 100 stars and maybe center it and then put yourself in the middle. And also, instead of blurring the background, what you can do is actually cut out the islands, only have this part right here, or if you want to keep the islands, just make them increasingly lesser in opacity. Next up, we have Azure 16X pack release by Y. I don't like the color correction on this. It's just a little bit too desaturated, but the composition is pretty good. The player on the right and then the pack on the left. I just don't like the background. It's a little bit too distracting. And also, I would not add a bevel to your player. It just kind of looks weird. I would maybe add a shadow to both of these. The next one is How I Became the Most Deadliest Player in This Minecraft SMP by Left DC. The composition is okay, but I don't understand why everything is just to the left a little bit. It's not correctly centered. It is simple, like you can understand what's going on. The thing is, deadliest is already in the title, so instead of putting the deadliest text, you can actually show yourself doing something deadly. This is kind of just a really basic thumbnail. What's important in thumbnails and also in videos is just show, not tell. And right here, this thumbnail is just telling. Next thumbnail is This Is Minecraft Replay Mod X Distant Horizons by The Red Is Blue. So we have This Is Minecraft right here, which is good, but the thing is, this is not Minecraft. This is literally just a Minecraft character pasted on a real photo. So yeah, if you're saying this, actually just put a screenshot from the game. And also, I would add like a light stroke on this text to make it stand out a little bit more from the background. Next up, we have Hardcore Minecraft Slow Edition by James. I kind of don't understand this thumbnail. The concept really isn't that intriguing, so I bet a lot of people won't really click on this. The hearts here are just pasted in and have like no shadows added to them. And also, the spacing between the text is too big over here and also uneven over here. And also, I would put the character layer above the text layer so the hand is covering the text a little bit, just to add a little bit of depth. But truly, I would just redo the whole concept of the thumbnail altogether, because you can have a good design, but if you don't have a good thumbnail concept, it's not going to work very well. So always prioritize the concept over the design, in my opinion. Next thumbnail is This Player Is Not Alone by Pqtrick. Again, a red flag is that the thumbnail says exactly what's in the title, so it's just redundant and pointless. So instead of this text, I would just put this character in an environment where something could be like lurking behind him. Again, show, not tell. And also, this is too simple. The background is literally just a black layer. And also, if I'm just talking strictly design, the composition right here is not that good. I would put this in the middle and also make alone bigger, so that, for example, it comes from here to here and also a little bit higher up, because there's just dead space over here and dead space over here. Next thumbnail is Doing Every Bedwars Clutch, a remake of Wally Bear's thumbnail by It's Lemming. To be honest, this is pretty good for a Wally Bear style thumbnail. I just think the design could be a little bit better refined. There are just harsh shadows and outlines everywhere in this thumbnail. And again, the island was not cut out correctly, so you can see the artifacts here. And also, there's just some dead space over here at the bottom, so maybe make these islands a little bit bigger. Alright, so next thumbnail is This Texture Pack Turned Me Into a Pro by Schnappy. To be honest, I would not include the arrow. I think it's already pretty clear that it's going from new to pro, and this is just cluttering the whole image. I also don't like the fact that the WinRAR icon is not centered. It's a little bit to the left. And also, I would maybe have noob and pro at the same level rather than have one at the top and one at the bottom. It's just easier to read if instead of your eyes going like this, it's just going like this. Next thumbnail is Keyboard and Mouse SMR Pika Network Bedwars thumbnail by Tammy Boy. This is a pretty good idea, but the execution is pretty bad. There's no shadow beneath the player, so it just looks like a PNG just placed on the image. The text is covering the keyboard. The keyboard is just way too big. Nothing has a shadow, so everything just blends into one each other. So this thumbnail is just too messy. Also, when you take a screenshot, don't take the screenshot of the background at an angle and then take the screenshot of the player at a different angle, because it just won't look right. The next thumbnail is Most Hated L2 by Sidassi. To be honest, this is pretty standard for a montage thumbnail. I don't think I have any complaints for it. I would make the background like red rather than pink, because I think there's just too many colors. Like, just stick to a color scheme. Red and pink do not really match together that much. I would suggest either looking at the color wheel for complementary colors, or literally, like I said, just making this red. Next thumbnail is I added over 100 custom TNTs to Minecraft by X. So first of all, a design flaw I saw in this thumbnail is that the texture is just too spaced out between each other, so I'll just close this gap a little bit more. But also, just the concept of the thumbnail is not that good. A more interesting concept and a more intriguing one that people will want to click is having the TNT blow up of some sorts, or just showing something more interesting with the TNT rather than just have them lined up like this. Also, you already have 100 custom TNTs in the title, so you don't have to also say it in the thumbnail. What I do for this thumbnail is that I would make a super flat world, have myself sitting in a corner right here, and looking at a really big TNT made out of a lot of custom little TNTs. The next thumbnail is I made a Minecraft video with AI and nobody noticed. To be honest, I don't like the stroke, and also I don't like the screenshot angle. I just think the AI is a little bit too small. And again, the grass is cut out weirdly. You can see the blue artifacts of the sky that has not been cut correctly. And also, I don't think you need to have the logo of ChatGPT and AI at the same time. The concept of the thumbnail seems good for like a video where you played with an AI in Minecraft, but this thumbnail does not tell me that you made a Minecraft video with AI and nobody noticed. So yeah, I would maybe just try a different idea altogether. The next thumbnail is how I became immortal on this Minecraft SMP by Pqtrick. The composition is pretty good. I just don't like the color correction. Everything is just too desaturated. I don't like that you just pasted the PNGs without any sort of shadow or anything. And also, this is just a very basic concept for a thumbnail. And also, I don't think you need immortal in the title and in the thumbnail. Next up, we have Minecraft is getting destroyed by quantum entanglement. To be honest, I like the idea. I would just delete this text altogether and just have your player with the background and the tweet be the only elements of the thumbnail. Next up, we have Minecraft, but I can only craft with one item. I don't like the shader you used to make the screenshot, and also you repeated yourself in the title and the thumbnail. I just kind of don't like the concept altogether. Maybe show that one item you can craft with, and also the composition is pretty bad. There's just a lot of empty space right here. The next thumbnail is so I became most feared player in this SMP. You already have feared in the title, so you don't need it in the thumbnail. Blah blah blah. I know I've said this a million times, but also this concept does not show why you're feared. This is again a case of telling, not showing. So I would maybe put you and like 2 bodyguards by your side, and then have people here which are crouching and looking at you, and then like looking that they're scared, because this just doesn't, like, why are you feared? This doesn't tell me anything. Next up, we have decals, a 7 subscriber bedrooms montage. First of all, this is not the aspect ratio of a thumbnail. A thumbnail is supposed to be 16:9, but to be honest, the design is pretty okay. You can clearly see the background, the text, and the player. So yeah, not that bad, just pretty basic. Next up, we have bedwars exist now by Nuevo. Alright, so I guess the design is pretty good, but again, I just don't like the concept. This is just you on a bedwars map and it says bedwars, and also I don't understand the concept of the video as well. But the design is pretty good. I like the character and the text, but I do feel like it blends in a little bit with the background. But yeah, it's pretty okay. Next up, we have who's the best Minecraft player by T2. To be honest, this is pretty good. I like the composition. Just instead of this text, I would maybe put like number 1, number 2, number 3, or just something along those lines. But yeah, this is a pretty solid thumbnail. Very clean and simple. Next up, we have how I destroyed this Minecraft server by Found. Again, the screenshot of the player was taken without any shader, and it kind of just looks dull. And also the planet is just very low quality for some reason. So yeah, this thumbnail just needs some design refinements, but the composition is pretty good. It's just a very overdone thumbnail concept at this point. Next up, we have 1v1 by Call Me Sniper Guy. This is a pretty good thumbnail. I just don't like the glare right here. I think it's just too much, but that might be just me nitpicking. And also, this is a big shadow, so I'd maybe lower this versus text a little bit. And also, the players were cut out a little bit weirdly, since you can see the artifacts over here and also over here. But overall, this is a pretty solid thumbnail. I like what you did with the shadow here, but the shadow here just looks really off. But overall, this is pretty good. You have the blue here and the red here. Next up, we have Hive Live Parties and CS is by Suigo. To be honest, this is really clean. I would just maybe put this in the middle rather than in the top here, because here you just have empty space. But yeah, this is a really clean thumbnail. I really like the color correction on this. Next up, we have the entire Mr. Beast situation explained in Minecraft by Firefly. To be honest, I also really like this thumbnail. You have Mr. Beast in the background, but also blurred and darkened a little bit. Then you have the Mr. Beast skin in the front, and then the final third element in the text, it's all eyes. I really like that you didn't put the same text as in the title, and it's something different. A very solid thumbnail in my opinion. The only thing I would do is maybe separate the Mr. Beast from the background a little bit more. Maybe just add like a bigger shadow to it or something like that. But overall, this is a pretty solid thumbnail. Next up, we have how to get customers for your thumbnails, the Maker's YouTube by Globe. I don't know, this is just kind of weird a little bit. I don't understand what these skins are. The text is already in the title. I think a viewer when looking at this thumbnail will be confused on the YouTube homepage. So the point of the video is how to get customers for your thumbnails, but there's no thumbnail elements in this thumbnail. Like, all I understand is customers, which the text is also blurred out for some reason. So yeah, I would just do a completely different idea. Again, a thumbnail has to be really concise and really simple. The fewer elements, the better, because a person only has like half a second to look at your thumbnail and decide if they want to click on it. So make sure they're not overcrowded with elements. Next up, we have doing your insane Minecraft challenges by K. To be honest, this is pretty good. I like the composition. You have the warden, yourself here, and then the comment here. I would just work on the color correction a little bit, since it's a little bit too dark and the player blends in a little bit with the background. But overall, this is a really solid thumbnail. Next up, we have I became the most peaceful player by It's Crazy Lad. First of all, the shadow is super small. Your character is super low quality. The background is just too complicated. The text is literally blocked by your character, so you can't even read it. And also, it says the same thing as your title. So overall, overall, this is just really a bad thumbnail. I would just do a completely different idea. For example, like you surrounded by like people who are fighting, and then you're just sitting like crouching with some flowers in your hand or something to show that you're peaceful. Next up, we have how I went undercover as the biggest YouTuber by Bacon. To be honest, I would delete the text and just make you a little bit bigger, or I would just say something different with the text. And also, I don't like the background. It just kind of looks out of place. Maybe I would add like a deep slate or something Minecraft related. You could experiment with like the YouTube logo somewhere or just different ideas, but the dream thing with the question mark and the mask, this is pretty good. But yeah, right now as it is, the composition is pretty good. Next thumbnail is Recrap 2 is not better than me by MC Nabech. To be honest, I really like Recrap's style of thumbnails. I just think the composition could be a little bit better. So like I would move you a little bit closer to the middle and maybe make you a little bit bigger. And also the color correction is a little bit desaturated, but overall I like the thumbnail. I like the concept of Recrap being hit by an anvil and like being hurt right here. Yeah, pretty solid. And last but not least, we have I Got Iron Prestige and Bedros by Bestmaster. So first of all, the image is just really dark for some reason. I like that you cut out the island here and you just kept this part, so the background is not too distracting, so that's good. And also the perspective on the achievement get thing is just like really off. Why is it so like long and weird? I would maybe add like a bigger shadow to it or like some sort of 3D effect, but the composition is pretty good.
Alright, so first channel is Mr. Neka. The first thing that I noticed is that the thumbnails are not really that good, but let's see how his videos are. Alright, so it's very clear that you don't really have a direction with your channel. My first tip would be to start thinking of more interesting video ideas and actually have an idea of what your channel wants to be, because right now this just seems all over the place. The second tip is definitely to improve your thumbnails. There's so many things you can improve on them. For example, this text right here is too small, and overall it's just a very clunky thumbnail. So yeah, that's what I have to say for this channel. Next channel we have is Blue Toad Central. This already looks a bit better. The thumbnails are better, although some are definitely very clunky like this one. But there's definitely room for improvement. And you also only started 6 months ago, so in that time frame this is pretty good. Your best thumbnail I would say is this one. It's just the most clean out of all of them. But let's watch the newest video, which was just uploaded 4 days ago.
I see a village! Snowy village! I told dibs on Dolan.
Oh yeah, but who else has dirt?
I do. Yeah. I have dirt.
I'm in the dirt monopoly, huh?
I'm in the dirt monopoly.
Alright, so the quality of the recording is pretty bad, even though it's on 4K. So you definitely have to mess with some settings on your OBS. And also there was no intro or anything. It's literally just cuts and music. But let's see how it goes further.
And a silk touch. First person to get iron! Wait guys, I pressed a button and I can't use my... I did not harm that polar bear. That was completely unjustified.
What's it called? Genie behavior. Alright. No, I'm
sorry, the jelly cat.
Alright, so this is just kind of hectic. You definitely have to make some sort of intro for your videos. And also, these videos are probably not getting any views because the video ideas themselves are not very appealing to the average viewer scrolling on their homepage. A person's not gonna see this video and say, out of place mystery life episode 2, I must watch this, because they don't know your channel. This works for bigger creators because they already have an established fan base. But for smaller creators, you have to think of really interesting video ideas to grab your audience and then make stuff like this. So that's my advice for you. Next channel is Pqtrick. His latest video has a really clean thumbnail, and I would say is best out of all of them. Let's check it out.
Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to make great and smooth animations in Minimator. So first up, I'll show you how to make a walking animation. So after you have placed your player, go to the right leg and you will set the position Z to 3 and in rotation X at -20. And on your left leg, the same but the rotation X.
Alright, so far the video is pretty good. There's some standard edits like text and music, but also like smooth animations. The intro was not too long and pretty concise.
So after you have positioned your player, make a keyframe the 15th frame and put your player a little bit up. And now you need to move the rest of the body up so you can have a sleek change of movement. Then you add some transitions to the...
Alright, I would say the music is a little bit too loud and overpowers your mic. And your mic is a little bit muffled, but that's really not that big of a problem in my opinion. It's pretty okay. But yeah, I don't really see anything that wrong with this video. I think it's just a pretty standard tutorial. But let's watch an actual video from a year ago.
So a day before I died to this player, I placed a bounty on him. Why? Well, on Fortnite Lifestyle, there was a player that was getting too strong.
Alright, your editing has definitely improved. I think if you made a video like this right now, with your new and improved skills, you can definitely make some pretty good videos. So yeah, I definitely see potential here. Keep going, you only have like 7 videos. Alright, so next channel is Hazard. The thumbnails are pretty good, maybe a little bit too contrasty, especially this one right here. This is probably your best one so far, but let's check the newest video from 6 days ago.
I'll give you my gear, if you don't kill me. I swear, don't. Hazard. Please,
Sorry,
I
Master
swear,
Gaming.
Sorry, Master Gaming.
But this wasn't just any trap. It was inescapable. And it all started
chat.
2 weeks ago.
It's time for a lifesteal.
2 weeks ago, I got unbanned on Livestream.net, and to celebrate, I done a live stream.
Alright, so far the editing is a bit choppy. I think the intro part was a little bit unnecessary. You should have just started with the actual intro. But let's continue.
Well, I've been away. Josh has went through several bases.
Alright, that was like 30 seconds of completely like uncut, just rambling that like didn't add anything to the video. This seems more like a stream highlight rather than an actual like video. But yeah, let's check this video out from a month ago.
Hello? Yo, hello. This is me speaking to Dorothy, one of LSN's best PvPers for the first time. And today, I'll be fighting him. But this is no ordinary PvPer. He's fought the likes of Flame Frags for AMC and Minute Tit, and was even able to kill Qualified.
Wait, just go for Cody. Oh my god, my god.
Alright, so this video so far is definitely better than the latest one. I thought the intro was pretty good. Again, the replay shots and the editing itself is pretty choppy. And I know I keep saying that, and it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just the feeling I get. But I definitely think you're on the right track, especially from this point onward. So yeah, I think the video ideas are pretty good. Definitely just improve on your execution in your thumbnails. For example, in this latest one, it isn't really clear that it's a trap. Even though you said it in the thumbnail as well, you definitely didn't need it. Like, it's just redundant to have trap in the title and the thumbnail at the same time. And those red lines for the trap are not really that visible. Like, I just noticed that they're there, and that's the main thing of the thumbnail, and you want it to be as clear as possible. And I want to give this secret base thumbnail from RecRap as an example. Even though it's like not a trap, it's still kind of the same idea, and this is just way more clear, and it's literally very simple. It's just like a screenshot. All right, so next channel is Cheesy Pants. The thumbnails are very Hermitcraft-esque, like Mumbo Jumbo and Grian, and it's kind of the same problem I said for this channel as well. Again, this is why this video only got 36 views, because Progress Nestless Goobers SMP episode 1 is just an unappealing title and video idea compared to I built a Minecraft house with every wood type. This is just way more interesting. So let's watch it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Cheesy Pants, and today I thought, what if we build a Minecraft house out of every single wood type? So yeah, let's do that. So I thought we should start with the obvious, oak planks. Alright, every single tutorial I see about wood has always ever been just houses on stilts. So I thought, what if we do that? It would be like a beach house, I guess. You would put this like maybe next to the water or something, I don't know. Alright, I've got the stilts built, they look alright. I've got these little curves here that are pretty smooth.
I definitely think a missed potential is having like time lapses with replay or flashback mod. Those could definitely just enhance your videos. But yeah, so far it's like very simple but not bad.
I'd say, I don't know.
Alright, so this part, like I said, would have been just way better with some sort of replay shots, you know?
When I think of spruce, I usually think of like either a medieval house.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep putting these bad takes in where you're like stuttering and not knowing what to say. Just like record a new take. But yeah, the video idea for this video specifically was pretty interesting, you know? And also I think the thumbnail was fine. The only problem was the actual video itself. It just needs way more polish. Yeah, next channel is Zorai's Default Gamer. The thumbnails are fine. This one is pretty good. These two are like pretty cluttered. In this one you can't even see the text messages because the text is so small. But yeah, let's watch this video, for example, recreating Temple Run in Minecraft.
This is Temple Run. If you don't know what Temple Run is, what is wrong with you? And I bet this is probably how you look like. But besides that point, today I decided to challenge myself by recreating Temple Run in Minecraft. Okay, so I'm in the super flat world.
Alright, that joke didn't really land, but it's definitely pretty good editing. The intro was short and sweet. Let's continue.
And I don't really have a plan for this. All I've got are these 3 images. But you know, let's begin. Okay, hold up. I know you're gonna get annoyed by this, but please consider subscribing. I spent a lot of time on this video, and I would really appreciate it if I hit 6k subs.
Never do this, especially in the first 30 seconds. You should be doing that in the middle of the video, or actually just at the end of the video. You haven't given us any reason to subscribe to you yet. The video didn't even like start yet. So yeah, that's a major sin I see a lot of people doing.
So it looks like the coins on the ground, but I did make a mistake. I'm kind of dumb.
Alright, so I keep seeing this trend where like the intro is pretty good, and then after like all the effort is kind of not there anymore, and the pace just like goes way down, and it's just like a lot of silence and just like pointless stuff after the intro. It's true, yeah, you have the good intro, but also you have to have a good video after the intro as well, and keep the intro's pace up, not blabber and have these long pauses where nothing is happening, because people will just click off, and then your average view duration is gonna be trash, and then your videos won't get recommended anymore, and that's why most people don't really get get any views. But this is definitely not bad. It's a pretty interesting video idea. And compared to a year ago, your thumbnails definitely got way better. So yeah, keep going. You can definitely see the growth. Next channel is Azu. He says he's a passionate Minecraft builder and modded Minecraft enthusiast. I'm excited. Let's check him out. So first of all, this aesthetic is really cool. I like the banner, the profile picture, the thumbnails. They're all very similar in style and definitely better than all of these from just 8 months ago. I especially like these two ones. But let's check out your newest video.
In this episode, I am going to build an infinite lava factory which will transport lava from the nether all the way to the overworld. It's a big risk, so I hope I will not mess this one up. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of All You Can Build, because if you can dream it, you can build it. And in today's episode, I'm going to deal with lava, and I will make an infinite lava factory. So the first thing that I would like to do is to make a lot of tanks, fluid tanks, and for sure to transport lava.
Alright, so this intro hooked me, and after the intro, your video did not slow down in pace, and it keeps the momentum. So far, I'm pretty impressed.
So I'm going to use a train that I have already built in my tutorial on wheels series, which is the Prussian T3, which is just a small compact locomotive, and I think this is going to be amazing.
Alright, in that part, there was like 15 seconds of you just staring at the camera in F5. You could have definitely just put some B-roll there. You were talking about a Russian train you built. You could have just shown a picture of that or something. But yeah, this is pretty good. Definitely just keep going. You only started like a year ago. And also the Minecraft Create mod is a pretty cool niche to be in. Alright, so this is the last channel, Davy Boy. I really like this quote, think, create, push on through by Tyler Joseph. If you know, you know. But yeah, let's check these thumbnails out. Immediately, this thumbnail stands out to me. It's a pretty cool image. But yeah, let's check the newest video out. Minecraft Team Manhunt gone wrong.
My friends and I tried doing a 2v2 manhunt in Minecraft, but things kept going wrong.
He's teleporting. He's flying. Come here. Is he hacking?
To start off, we set some ground rules. There are 2 hunters and 2 runners. If the hunters kill one of the runners, then the game resets. Stick around to the end to see how this train wreck of a video played out.
Alright, not a bad intro at all. The mic is pretty clear. The song is a bit overused, but that's fine. The text could have used like a shadow or something, but that's not really that big of a deal. It's just a design choice. But yeah, let's see if the rest of the video keeps that momentum up.
Okay, sorry to pause the video, but first of all, didn't he just say 20 seconds? And now he's counting down from 10. But also, I forgot to mention that this round's runners are me and Nono, and the hunters are Rustigo and Dalpal.
9. 8. 7.
Oh wait, that's the actual
6. 5.
No, you said 20. You said 20. You said 20.
2. Big boy, run. I'm already losing hunger.
Alright, this is pretty fun. Just seems like a couple bros just having fun. I just think it lacks a little bit of direction. The title is like pretty vague, and it's just like a basic manhunt, and it's been done a million times already. So I don't think you can really grow with this video concept anymore unless you're doing something really unique. I keep seeing like different BD Minecraft challenge videos popping off right now, and from like small channels too, getting like 100, 200, 300,000 views. So yeah, that's a pretty popular niche right now. You could do something like that, but the thing is, this is just pretty basic, and I don't think there's something like really unique here. But yeah, just keep on trying different video ideas and improve the thumbnail and the editing with each one. You also don't have that many videos, so yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.